Rovers, it's over, I'm trying to bag this dream. 2 sets, let me take this core, gotta ski real soon, trying to pattern this G. It's been OT nights, bit far from the den, trying to get big checks and the cash flow speed. A couple boys in the...
Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting, and there's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
Here's the starting group for Houston. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Thompson is out there with Fred VanVleet, and it's KD in at the 3. Now Mitchell, following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. Hunter kicks to Mitchell. Six on the shot clock. And stolen by Thompson. Here's Smith. Hunter grabs the miss. And here's Cleveland. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Mobley.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Now, here's Thompson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Drills it from outside.
For all his inside the three-point line prowess, Şengün can still get it done outside.
And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And here's Garland for 3. It's rebounded by Durant. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Şengün finds Durant. Driving in. And then Durant with the jam.
You know what the result's going to be when Durant makes a move to the bucket like that. Just a matter of how hard is he going to throw it down.
A kick out to Mobley. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
He had a defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Here's Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Durant's got his second bucket.
Durant's so good at finishing in tight. Excellent in the paint.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that. Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Şengün. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Şengün's got 5 now.
Şengün showing his touch there. That's a tough spot for a big.
The 3 from Garland. Sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Şengün uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's 7 points for Şengün.
Excellent in the screen and roll. Şengün with a wide base and natural strength. And he makes excellent decisions with the ball.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Max Strus is checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Adams, he's checked in for Houston. Tari Eason comes in for Kevin Durant. Now, here's Garland. He's coming off a 10-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. count that one.
And a volume scorer, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
Thompson passes to Smith. Evan Mobley with the rebound. For Cleveland, they've gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And it's Allen with the jam.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Rockets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Van Vliet finds Thompson. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now, here's Strus. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. High, arcing shot, all alone. The offensive rebound. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 6.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
And stolen by Mobley. The drive by Mitchell. The wide open look here for Garland. From outside, off the mark. The Rockets trail. Here's Thompson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Lonzo Ball comes in for Mitchell. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Finney Smith's checked in. 1:09 left to play in the first. The 3 from Garland. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 8.
You have to take Garland seriously at the arc. He is a talented shooter.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Strus kicks to Garland. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger. And we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Pass to Finney Smith. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
Van Vliet outside. Shoots over Garland. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Darius Garland has been leading the charge for Cleveland. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
They've got Max Strus. Mobley is out there with Wade. Then it's Isaiah Jackson. And it's Ball in at the point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
This speaks to how assertive Şengün can be. Love when he makes quick decisions like that there.
Thompson passes to Capella. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Jackson. Eason finds Şengün. Over Jackson. Great touch on the 16-footer. Şengün's got the lead up to 5 now for the Rockets. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway. But we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. A shake, knocked loose. Durant with the steal. Thompson inside. He's covered by Ball. Count it.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Cleveland moving it around. Jackson deciding where to go with it. 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep three. Rebound by Smith.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Hunter kicks the ball. Mobley dishes the ball. Loads it up there for Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And went up and pulled it down. Mobley soaring.
Thompson passes to KD. There's the triple. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Strus. He's covered by Eason. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First in scoring, and they're also number 1 in distributing the basketball, a testament to their supreme unselfishness and the passing talent of their floor leader.
But, Greg, you can throw out all the other stats and rankings. Their scoring is what makes them special, plain and simple. Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Mobley. And it's Garland in for Lonzo Ball. The Rockets also changing it up. Adams comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Tari Eason.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Durant. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. KD's got 13 points. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. They trail by 11. Buries the long-range jumper.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Nancy's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Max Strus. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Ball, the pass to Nance. Back to Ball. VanVleet against Garland. Mitchell outside. Shot clock at 5. Off target with his 3. Rockets leading by 10. And here's KD for 3. That falls. Great assist by VanVleet. VanVleet's got his 6th assist on the night. Garland, that's for 2. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Pass to Hunter, and Garland has it in the corner. Outside, ball. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. To stop the run. And off the prime, and in it goes. Garland's got 12 in the game.
He can light up the night. Garland, no stranger to scoring in bunches.
Smith wide open. He fires. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Thompson finds Van Vliet. There's the drive. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists tonight. Now Mitchell. With 1 on the clock. No good on the way up. And so it's Houston in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzers. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Houston Rockets.
They're giving a master class in ball movement right now, running the offense, finding the open man, and it leads to a bunch of high percentage looks.
Yeah, great chemistry at that end. And let's move on and see the top vote getters in this year's All-Star race.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories.
It's like Vegas. What you do there stays there.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's foul. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And Van Vliet out there with Thompson. And it's Durant in at the 3. Here's Durant. Durant uses his size and close.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Pass to Mobley. Back to Garland. Screen by Allen. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Mobley. 14 points for Darius Garland. Rockets leading by 13. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Pass to Garland. Allen with the screen for Garland. Clock at 6. Mobley finds Mitchell. And the 3 off target.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Kevin Durant. Mobley against Eason. Mobley inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
At almost 7 feet tall, once Mobley has ideal positioning inside, he forces the defender to have to foul.
He hits the second from the line. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Houston. He'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. Matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Alperen Sengun.
He really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Hey, when you look at Thompson, his physical attributes jump out at you right away. I mean, he is a freak athlete with tremendous upside.
And he tries. Oh! Wow! My goodness!
Man! My goodness. Amen Thompson making a statement at the hoop.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Hunter. Cleveland moving the ball around. Buries it from three-point range. Garland's got 5 points in the quarter.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Van Vliet with it. Eason, a screen on Garland, and good that time. And the Rockets lead by 18.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Lets it fly. And it's Mitchell missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Cleveland has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And here we go. Van Vliet heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Van Vliet's got 9 points.
We talk about the total effect Van Vliet has on the game. You saw it all right there in one sequence.
Mitchell outside. For 3. It's rebounded by Sengun.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Van Vliet outside. Eason passes to Finney-Smith. In the corner, Sengun with it. The drive by Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Sengun. Sengun's got his 5th assist in this one. There's Garland. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Garland's got 19 points. Sengun passes to Eason. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Selfless with the rock. Sengun won't hesitate to make a pass out to a ready shooter.
Cavaliers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Wasted no time on that one. Garland's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Cleveland. Houston leading by 21. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 1:19 left in the third. Hunter, no one around him. That 3 off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Sengun, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see.
The open shot, Garland lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 24 points for him.
And there are some guys you can just give that mid-range shot to, but Darius Garland isn't one of them. He is so good for that.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Allen slams it in.
Boy, Allen always a threat, especially when you give him room to run. He's capable of banging it home.
Eason passes to Şengün. Another miss by Houston.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
For 3, Mitchell. No good that time. Van Vliet looking around. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And so it's the Houston Rockets closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Garland is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then there's DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Max Strus, and it's Jackson in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The 3 from KD. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And it's Ball in the corner. Eason against Garland. The 3. That one doesn't drop.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Eason. Makes it off the glass. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Rockets.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Houston moving it around. Durant for 3. Hunter grabs the miss. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Pass to Garland. Trying to find Strus, and he gets it to him. Ball from long range. And the 3 ball is good. Ball's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. Launches it. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Van Vliet. KD's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for Houston. Here's Ball. Pass to Hunter. From deep. And another 3 for Cleveland.
A very consistent 3-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Durant, the pass to Eason. Back to Durant. A 3 ball. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Strus's shot is good.
Superb pass from Garland. He's all for setting up his teammate.
Durant just inside the line. And it's Strus with the rebound.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And a deep 3 from Ball. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night. Fades away. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Durant's got 30 points. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. A different look now for Cleveland. Allen's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Evan Mobley comes in for Max Strus. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Ball. Houston also making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Clint Capella. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Tari Eason.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
KD, that's for 2. Garland with the rebound. Garland's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
And finished off by KD.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Ball from long range. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Houston.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Here's Şengün. Allen with the rebound. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Cavaliers. Mitchell wide open. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And the Rockets with possession here. Here's Smith. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
So we see Houston taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Kevin Durant.